Hey guys, and welcome back to the CTFC Perspective, and in today's video we have a bit of a celebration. Of course, football is back. Football is only a day away. We waited so long for this to be back. We've waited so long to see the boys back on the pitch, and we are finally so close. You can almost taste football being back. And also, if you follow any of mine or Tyler's social medias, you would have seen we finally surpassed 300 subscribers. I know I say thank you way too much on this channel, but I cannot thank you guys enough. I never thought we'd even get anywhere near this far on the channel, and just to see that even when football wasn't here, that you stuck around and you kept growing with me to watch this content. You stuck around, and even though the content wasn't necessarily the same, obviously because we cannot go to the games, you still showed your support for the channel. We tried to show all of our gratitude on the post about this landmark, but I hope me actually saying it in a video shows you that we're not fake and we actually do appreciate all you have done. It really does change our day, our week, or our life that you're actually doing this. Obviously, we can't do anything now, but I have said in many previous videos that when football is back, we are going to be giving back to you guys. So that's something for you guys to look forward to. And without further ado, let's get into what we've all been waiting for, the actual match preview of Cheltenham versus Northampton. Now, I'm going to try and stick to the same format of my previous match previews, but obviously a few of the stats and actual things that I looked at are kind of invalid now, as the players haven't played in a long time. Could be a change in morale. Anything that happened before the break could have just been completely lost or gained in that matter. So yeah, I'm going to try and stick to the same format, but like I said, it might not mean as much as what previously would have meant. So Cheltenham's last league match was on the 7th of March against Port Vale. The game sadly ended 0-0. It was quite an even game, with Cheltenham getting 46% possession, but on the attacking front we were really dominated. They had 12 shots to our 7, us only getting 1 on target to their 2, so none of us were actually really that clinical. The one thing we did win on was corners, and I guess you could say we won on fouls because we did have less fouls, but obviously you don't really want to have the most fouls in a game. Then we move on to the first thing, which I'm going to have to scrap out of this prediction, and it is the table. So Cheltenham finished the season on 64 points. We had a positive 25 goal difference, getting 17 wins, 13 draws and 6 losses this season, with goals being 52 scored and 27 conceded. So a really good way to end the season. We finished 1 point above Exeter in 5th and 4 points below Plymouth in 3rd, but we did actually have a game in hand. But the obvious reason why this doesn't matter is because the league table is completely invalid at this point. We finished high, we got into the playoffs. Now we have our chance to succeed or fail. In the league, if you mess up, you slip up, you can get it back. In this, if you mess up now, there's no going back. So for this preview, I am going to obviously tell you where they finished, even though you most certainly do know already. But for the second leg, I'm not going to be including this in because obviously you don't need to know. Next up, we're going to be focusing on something that can really split opinions. So if you have any opinions about this, please can you leave a comment in the comment section, and I will most likely reply to you if it is actually something which is a very supportive conversation about this matter. So what it is form. Cheltenham won 4 games in a row, sadly ending their season with a 0-0 draw to Port Vale. Now, with this break in football, you could say, oh, but they ended on a draw, at least they didn't end on a loss, their heads can still kind of be held high. But maybe the break in football could have boosted morale, or maybe lowered it because we were in really good form, and now they think, can we carry this on after we've had such a long break away from the game? Well, this is why I say it splits opinions, because we could start off against Northampton really well, just continue our win streak, which we had for a very long time in the league, or we could come back tired, a completely different looking Cheltenham. So it really depends which one of us comes out on the pitch. But for any of you that really do like statistics, our last 5 games in the league were 4 wins, one being 2-1, the other being 1-0, the other being 2-1, and the final one being 2-0. And our final game was a 0-0 draw against Port Vale. Now we move on to the last time Cheltenham actually played Northampton. So, a few fun facts for you guys. Northampton has only beat us once in the last 8 times we've come up against them, and only 3 times in the last 16. 19. But our last encounter with Northampton was only 3 games ago. We beat them 2-1. They made it 1-0 early with a goal from Watson in the 3rd minute. Then Broom equalised in the 19th, and in the 85th minute, Luke Varney got the winner. I wasn't there for the game, but Tyler was, and apparently the atmosphere was electrifying. We won the game, and deservedly so. We got 56% possession. We had 16 shots to their 12, 7 shots on target to their 3, 8 corners to their 7, and we even had 10 fouls. So we have bossed the game completely all around, and there was no way we were going to scrap a draw from that game. And another thing to look out for is both sets of lads should be ready for a physical encounter, because the last time us two sides met up against each other, there was a total of 8 yellow cards. Okay, so now we move on to Northampton. Northampton has had a much more turbulent end to the season. They ended the season in 7th place on 58 points, and they were looking quite good, but then their last 5 games were a loss, win, loss, win, loss. Pretty weird to go high, low, no draws in the middle either, and no consistency. So yeah, I really think they might struggle in these playoffs, even though they've had such a long time to recuperate. So now we get to the tricky parts of the video where it comes down to my decision. And I'm not going to go into depth about the second leg, because I think that we can actually gain some traction in the second leg and have a much better performance once we know how Northampton play. But I'm going to stick to the first leg, keeping in mind that the players will be most likely not 100%, because even though they've had a lot of time to, I hate using this word again, but recuperate all of their form and maybe their bad habits and maybe get their fitness up. But I just don't think, like, there's fitness and then there's match fitness. And once you have match fitness, you can play 10 times better, but you cannot get match fitness just by training every day. So with all that in mind, I think we can totally agree that it's not going to be the highest scoring game. I'm really stuck with this one. So for this first leg, the CTFC perspective is saying Cheltenham Town are going to get a 2-1 win. I think we're going to go 2-0 up, and in about the 80th minute, they're going to score a corner header to make it 2-1 and really just put the pressure on us for the second leg. So there you go. I'm saying 2-1 to Cheltenham Town in the first leg. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be that exact score? Maybe something different? Maybe we'll lose? Whatever you guys think, please go drop a comment in the comment section. Can you please like the video, subscribe to the channel? We have grown so much recently. Like I said, hitting that 300 subscriber landmark. We are now at 312 subscribers whilst recording this video, which is absolute madness. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video. If you did like this video, 2 videos like this will be on screen very shortly, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.